Hello, ladies and germs. It is 2:16 on Saturday the 15th, which is the 4th anniversary of my grandfather passing. But on a happier note, because that's kind of sad, on a happier note, today is a big day in the Pokemon world. They started yesterday. They started a Valentine's Day event where pink/love Pokemon are appearing more frequently in the wild, which there is an opportunity for a shiny Chansey. However, like, the catch rates on that are ridiculous, apparently. I haven't really taken the time to try to get me one. I want one. Don't get me wrong, I want one. Which, you can also hatch a shiny Hapney out of 7K eggs, but we all know how that works. Hatching a shiny out of an egg is like praying for rain in a drought. You have to sacrifice a goat and do the weird fingers and hope for the best, and probably a firstborn child too. It's really hard to do. It's really rare. It's really hard to do. But today, actually going on right now, they are doing Lickitung raids, which you get the opportunity to get a shiny Lickitung, and boy, I have enough raid passes. I'm gonna do my I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give the old college effort. However, today we decided it would be really fun to do something we haven't done yet, other than Halloween. And I don't count Halloween because we didn't dress up for Pokemon. We dressed up for Halloween and just happened to be Pokemoning. Today we actually dressed up for Pokemon. I am a Pokemon trainer. I have my beautiful, I know you can't really see it, my seatbelt, my hair is on the way. My beautiful Team Mystic shirt that my good friend Jess had made. She had 2 of them made special. So they're extremely unique because they were made just for us. At, I want to say, the Cotton Top. Just for Pokemoning purposes when we first started Pokemon, so we could represent our team, because we are Team Mystic. And then Deacon let me borrow his Team Mystic hat, which is pretty awesome. I think I got it off a Wish. It started out, I got one for Bradley that I honestly didn't know if he would wear or not, because I hadn't seen him wear a hat at that point. But now he has several, and he can rock a hat. He really can. He's got the perfect head for rocking a hat. He likes his faux hawk, and I like the faux hawk, but he can rock a hat too. There's just something manly about the hat. So Deacon let me borrow his. I had to get Deacon one because he loved Bradley so much. We have a Pichu.
Wait, you're supposed to say
You're a Pichu. Pichu. You're Pichu. You're the pre-evolution of Pikachu, which is even better because that means as you get bigger, you get stronger and have birthdays and level up, you become a Pikachu. That's even better. You gotta be careful, because if you go too far, then you're gonna end up a Raichu. We have Pikachu over there. We have our Pikachu. And as you can tell, my children are very, very good at doing Pokemon impressions. I'm actually really impressed. Especially their Jigglypuff song, which when Jigglypuff sings it, it has a tendency to put people to sleep. And once it puts people to sleep, Jigglypuff gets jealous and mad, which ironically they're appearing in mass because they are a pink Pokemon. and draws on you. His microphone turns into a marker, and he draws on your face because you fell asleep during his song. I find this absolutely hilarious for some reason. And I really noticed it in
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Pokemon Sun and Moon is where I first saw it. And I thought that was just really, I thought that was a hilarious thing for them to do. And a very, it just seems right that Pokemon have personalities. It really shows that Pokemon have personalities and can play jokes and almost like they're people. It kind of humanizes them in a way, which I think is really kind of cool. And then we have the shiny Dragonite, who is not wearing his hood, but that's okay. There we go. Now he's got his hood on. I have the shiny Dragonite, who is the paterfamilias of my Pokemon crew. 1, because he's older, and 2, because Dragonites tend to be extremely powerful. I mean, they're dragon types, so dragon types are a pretty awesome thing to have in your arsenal.
Yet, Dragonite is also a very kind-hearted Pokemon. If it sees you after a shipwreck and you're in the water, or if you're lost in any way, a Dragonite will guide you back home.
Which the really funny thing about the one in the car, though, is it's green. Most Dragonites are orange. The shiny ones are green. So I got lucky and snapped me up a shiny Dragonite. I consider myself lucky. And then I dress up as the trainer because I don't have a onesie, which makes me sad. Maybe income tax time I'll get me a onesie. And if I do, I was thinking I'd get me like an Umbreon or a Glacier. I'd get me some kind of Eevee Evolution one. Yeah. Because I can really see me rocking an Eevee Evolution. I could see me being an Eevee. Yeah. I'm not a Pikachu, or there's so many different ones you can get. I'm the one that I feel would fit me better would be Dragonite. Yeah, there's Dragonite. Well, it's a Shadow Dragonite, but yes.
Still not shiny.
He's not shiny, he's regular. But yeah, so I am the Pokemon trainer, and we thought it would be really funny to dress up like this, because to me, I'm ready to battle. I've got my 3 Pokemon ready, because Pichu's just a starter. He's just cannon fodder. He's just cannon fodder right now, and we still love him. We still love him. And then, Pikachu.
That's a shiny Dragonite.
Oh, thank you for showing him. I appreciate that. Pikachu, in the actual games that I've played, Pikachu is one of the ones that I love to have in my team. And I've beat gym after gym and trainer after trainer with a Pikachu.
And Let's Go Pikachu, I beat the entire Elite Four plus champion using only a Pikachu.
So, I mean, Pikachu is actually, like, a really good thing to have in your arsenal, if you're lucky enough.
Ooh, in Sword and Shield, I also have a Pikachu that can Gigantamax.
It's really cool looking, actually. Sword and Shield, I have to say, I have not played it yet, personally.
It's what it do, though.
But it actually is pretty, like, the things that Deacon has shown me, and like, Bradley has seen some. I'm not 100% if he's played or not. It sounds like he has. But, and they did a really good job, from what I can tell. And why I haven't played yet, I have no clue, so don't ask. I've got it at the house. I don't make time to play games I haven't even made time to play The Sims, which is like one of my favorite games. I just end up watching videos of other people playing The Sims instead of me playing, which sometimes breaks my heart, but...
Apparently on the internet, it says that Sword and Shield ditch Mega Evolution and Z moves.
Awesome. Sword and Shield, look, that's one I really haven't minded. I didn't mind us getting for Christmas, because it had really good reviews. It looked really good. And, like, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee had its bonuses and stuff, but...
And it rode the hype of Nintendo Switch coming out.
Yeah, but... You know, Sword and Shield really kind of...
You get to see a lot of familiar faces, plus a lot of Galarian forms like Stunfisk, Mr. Mime, and Ponyta.
We're gonna explode.
I don't care.
But we're not actually on this channel to talk about Sword and Shield or Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go / Eevee. We're on this channel to talk about Pokemon Go. So... I got on my handy dandy little Discord, which I am actually really, really glad I managed to get into, and checked on things to see when people are raiding, because the Lickitung raids, it's a level 4 raid, which there is an entire possibility that we could do it, the three of us, but I don't honestly think I want to waste a raid pass trying to do it. Just to fail and not having somebody around to, you know, save us. Because the beauty of it is, if you do a raid and you end up failing the raid, you've still paid the raid pass to do the raid. So you can try again. As long as, you know, the raid is still active, of course. But, I really just don't feel like trying to waste a raid pass to do that. So it appears, according to the Discord, I'm going to double check it real quick. Yeah, the last it said is people are going to be out around 3:30. Well, it's 2:24 right now. So we decided, in our infinite wisdom, which I'm not sure if it's infinite wisdom or not, if it's just, you know, and this is what we're going to do. Which is how we tend to do things. We don't really make plans because my OCD kind of freaks out about it if the plans don't go the way I want them to. So try not to. So we just go, okay, well, we're just going to do this right now. Like, we know this is going on, but we're going to do this right now, and then we may or may not do that later. It saves my OCD and my, as I've heard said so many times, it saves my autism so much trouble, because when things don't go according to plan for me, it gets nasty. There's lots of pounding and crying and upsetness, and I just don't want that for today. This is supposed to be a really good weekend. Ooh, this is supposed to be a really good weekend because, like I said, there's the Valentine's Day event going on, which, you know, is really awesome. I actually had a really, really good Valentine's Day for the first time in a very long time. And despite being broke as a joke, I managed to acquire, due to my shiny Dragonite, a beautiful vase of roses and a box of chocolates, which I usually don't do the box of chocolates because half of them I can't eat, but he can eat them for me.
That's when I got you the Twizzlers and the Starburst.
A pack of Twizzlers, which is one of my favorites. A pack of the Starburst, all red. All pink, which that in itself is love right there. Because the pink ones are always the best ones, really, in my opinion. And then he got me this beautiful little necklace, which is gold. And, of course, I'm not a gold person. Me and gold just don't get along, but it's really pretty. I'll figure out a way to wear it. That it's a little sunflower that opens up and it says, "You are my sunshine." And though you are my sunshine, and the song means something completely different to me than it does quite a lot of people, due to something that happened years ago now. It's still an extremely sweet gesture. It was extremely kind, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, I actually wore it the other day. I picked out an outfit that I thought it looked really good with. I thought I looked really smashing in that outfit. Even though it was, you know, spaghetti striped shirt and a swimsuit cover up and a pair of jeggings with Converse, I felt like I was rocking it. And every so often, no matter who you are or how you are, you just got to feel like you're rocking it. You got to feel good about yourself. Even if it's you picked out an outfit that you feel like you look good in, or you did something for you that was just for you, you know, got a facial or a massage or, you know, something like that. Sometimes you just really got to do something for you. And every so often, that's what I'll do, is I'll dress up. And, you know, I'll put together an outfit that I think looks really cute. And I'll feel like I'm rocking it. Even if I'm only going to Walmart, I still will feel like I'm rocking it. And I fully believe that that's important. You know, like dressing up today. We didn't have to do this. It's not important. It's not imperative. It doesn't help us play the game better or anything like that. But it's fun. It's different. It's fun. It's whimsical. And even though, yes, I am booty bothered, taint troubled, any of the other analogies you can come up with, which there are hundreds. I've heard several that are just like awesomely amazing. That I don't have my own onesie. We'd picked up the boys' onesies on a whim because we saw them, we had the money, and did it. Which we did that before Christmas. Actually, ironically, we did it for Detective Pikachu. When Detective Pikachu came out on video. And then we found the dragon onesie for Bradley and wasn't exactly sure how that went in. And then Deacon went, he's a Dragonite. And we're like, why didn't we think of that? Thanks, Dee. You're so smart. So he's the Shining Dragonite. So that left me being the trainer. And last minute, Bradley did the, how about you wear the onesie and I'll be the trainer. Was like, but I'm already dressed. I brushed my hair and re-breathe. I got the hat on. I'm already dressed. Which I've been wearing it backwards, even though I fully realize that that's not the way you're supposed to do it. But the bill in front of my face, it gets to me. I've never been a hat person. Like, any hat I've ever worn, somebody's gone, I really like your hat. And I've ended up giving it to somebody. I'm not doing that to Deacon's hat. It's Deacon's hat, not mine. It's on loan. But I was also thinking that it would be really good to do a recap since we've got a little bit of time before we start doing raids and stuff, which of course I'm going to involve y'all in because that's the point of this. If you are just coming into my channel after my long-winded rant about things, thank you for hanging on to this point. But if you're just coming into this channel, I am not doing this channel for the likes and the subscribers. If I get the likes and the subscribers, that's great. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for already being subscribers and for watching our videos, even though nobody's really been watching our videos. And, you know, liking our videos. And if you have given me any feedback, which I would really appreciate, thank you guys for that. Because I want to make these videos better. I want to make them more enjoyable to watch. And we already have so much fun doing them. Or I do anyway. I can't speak for everybody else in the car. But I enjoy it. And the point of this channel is a source of kind of a therapy for me. Because I have MS. In case y'all missed the first episode, which, I mean, that was an ordeal all in its own. I have MS. I was diagnosed in May. I actually deteriorated pretty quickly in a lot of ways. And, hang on, Wim. And, you know, I use a cane a good bit of the time. I have days where I can't walk. I have days where I can't talk. I am a fall precaution. I have a nasty habit of taking some pretty awesome falls. I took a fall the other day that I kind of had to pop my pinky toe back into place. Which, it was very conveniently on the foot that I can't feel. So, it didn't really hurt. It did swell and bruise some, but it didn't really hurt. It doesn't look out of place now, so, you know, I'm not one to just go to the hospital. And I do have a high pain threshold. because of other things that I've had happen and time and everything. I'm not the 15-year-old that quite a few people in my family seem to think I am. I actually can take I can take a lick and keep on ticking, and they are none the wiser. But MS is no joke. And yes, I will crack jokes about it. And yes, I will laugh about it. I have to. Because if I don't, it'll destroy me. And I let it destroy me in the beginning. I let it completely break me down in the beginning. And the way I explain it is I was mourning. I was in mourning of the person that I thought I was, and who I believed I was, and where I thought I was going in life, and who I thought I was going to be. That person died, and this person is in its place. And though I'm not dead yet, obviously, flesh, bleeding, breathing, I'm pretty sure I have a pulse. We have an interesting time trying to find my pulse. I've had more than one person try and inform me they thought I was dead. My blood pressure tends to be really low. But I'm slowly, as time has gone by, I'm slowly getting my stuff together and getting through all the stages of the morning, and I'm learning how to deal, and I'm learning how to cope, and I'm learning who this person is. And I didn't lose everything. You know, MS didn't make me lose everything, even though I felt like I did. But I'm having to relearn a lot. I'm having to make sure that I watch my feet more. I'm having to make sure that I don't overdo it, that I don't push myself too much. I'm having to make sure that I take this $4,000 medication that for some ungodly reason I've had the worst time getting between specialty pharmacies and doctors and prior authorizations. It has been a proverbial pain in the butt, and I know that there are other people with MS that have had to go through the same stuff, and I'm learning how to be this person. I'm learning who she is, and though I still like the same things, I'm having to learn how to do the things that I like to do. And I made this channel. Well, we made this channel. I presented this idea to the big one, to the Shiny Dragon Knight, that I thought this might be a good idea, and he has been extremely supportive through the entire thing, which he hasn't had to be. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm also very grateful for his mom for being very supportive and concerned when she doesn't have to be. And so anyway, I suggested that maybe we could do this because I still like to play Pokemon Go. And, you know, we'd been, when it was raining or, you know, conditions were weird or whatever, we would play from the car. And so we just kind of modified that to most of the time we played from the car. Instead of, you know, if the conditions are funky, playing in the car, most of the time we play from the car. And yes, I do realize that technically you're not supposed to do that, but where we Pokemon driving 20 miles an hour, they don't bat an eye. Mostly because a lot of the cops and things around where we Pokemon too. So that helps. We also have a Team Mystic symbol on the back windshield of the car that I got off of Wish for free. It was like $1 shipping.
Not free.
Well,
$1.
$1 shipping, but you know, whatever. And so, you know, we proudly display to the world that we're Team Mystic. I've actually walked away from the car and had people walk by it and heard them go, "Look, they play Pokemon!" Or man, they like Supernatural, because I have a Supernatural one too. I also have one that's the Punisher, and I got the Punisher one from a loot crate, like long time ago, and I put it on the back of the car because when I first started driving this vehicle, which is my mother's vehicle, my mother was been kind enough to allow me to use her vehicle. I kept going to the wrong car. Because it's just a CRV. It's just, you know, there's hundreds of them. And you walk through the parking lot and you're going, that. I kept getting confused. And so that Punisher symbol was the first one to go on the back windshield. So that anytime I walk by, I would go, that's my car. I didn't have to set off the panic alarm or anything. Because that to me is just really embarrassing. Yeah, like really embarrassing. In my opinion, it's just like, oh my god, embarrassing. So, you know, and this way I always know that it's my mom's car. My mom knows they're there. She actually thinks it's really funny, and she actually started playing Pokemon Go herself so that she could Pokemon with Deacon, which is the Pikachu. So they'd have something that they could, you know, do and communicate on besides Lego figures. For some odd reason, she is now obsessed with Lego figures.
Harry Potter Lego figures.
Right, Harry Potter, thank you. With a few Lord of the Rings thrown in. I think she has a few Lord of the Rings. But, anyway, I'm doing this channel for me. I'm doing this as a source of comfort, as a source of therapy, as a source of getting through my initial diagnosis and transition. Thank you. That's an amazing way to put that. I don't know what I would do without you. Transitioning into this person. And though I can't let, I actually put a message on a message board, an MS message board on Facebook, which I finally broke down and joined one. It took me a lot to do it. One of the ladies told me I can't let MS define me. And that's very true. I can't let it completely rule my life. But my response to her was very simple and very logical, I thought anyway. And that was, though I can't let it define me, I do have to fully realize and recognize that it is a big part of me. And it does affect how I do things. It affects me being able to do things. You know, I have a very hard time walking for any length of time. I have a very hard time doing this and doing that, not just because I'm out of shape, which, oh my god, I kind of am. And I really am starting to get to the point now where, thanks to my Pokemon and, you know, working through my stuff, I want to start to try to kind of exercise, build up some endurance, because I know that there are people that they have MS and they're pro bodybuilders. I've seen the pictures. I know it's possible. Maybe not for me, because that's just not my style, but, you know, being able to move around and get around better, hopefully one day, maybe not today, because gotta get medication working and a sense of stabilization and find a normal, which is a stupid thing because it's a setting on a dryer, but I do kind of have to find some kind of baseline to work with. And until really I get that baseline going, I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. And I do have symptoms, I do have problems, I do have severe numbness, I do have issues with not being able to feel the right side of my body, which honestly is really awesome, because I've decided that I actually said something to my doctor about it. He thought it was really funny. I'm going to just tattoo the right side of my body from now on, because I can't feel it anyway, which does kind of take away from the tattooing process itself, but would look really kind of cool if it just have like a half body sleeve that, you know, I can cover appropriately and not just show it to the world, because I wouldn't do that anyway. All my tattoos can be covered by a t-shirt, socks, whatever. But it's been an ordeal for me. And I also fully realize that it being an ordeal for me, it's been an ordeal for Shiny Dragonite, because he's had to watch me go through it. He's had to be support and comfort even when I won't let him. Because I don't. Okay, I try not to. Every so often I'll break down, I can't help it, but I try not to. It affects them, which it looks like Pichu is going to sleep. That's fine with me. It affects them because we used to jump and run and go and do and Comic-Cons and conventions and take road trips and do this and do that, and right now that's just not a possibility. And so their life went from we were doing stuff all the time to we don't go anywhere. We don't do anything. We might do a little thing here and there, which we do need to feed our sea monkeys and our trilobites. We might have already killed them because we hadn't fed them yet. But, like, I do try to find ways to do things with them. But we don't get to do the things that we used to do, that we love to do. And it has been heartbreaking for me. Because that's part of who it was. Going to conventions and dressing up as Harley Quinn, which I really enjoy doing. I do that persona very well. And, Ren fairs and, this, that, and the other. That's part of who it was. And now that I can't really walk for an extended period of time, and I can't do this, and I can't do that, and, I actually asked my doctor if he would prescribe me a wheelchair. He prescribed me a cane. I was more than willing to prescribe me a walker, which I'm 30 years old. Okay, actually, I'm 30. Well, it's 33 when I was diagnosed. 33 years old. I'm not ready for that. I had a hard enough time accepting the cane. It took a lot of work, and the fact that now I decorate my cane according to season/holiday. Like, I have a Mardi Gras cane going on right now, which I'm really proud of. Bradley says it's my best one yet. Make the cane my own. If I have to use it and everything, I might as well make it my own. So that was kind of another one of my start things of dealing with this. But I'm just not ready for a walker yet. That and anytime I've used a walker, for some reason it gets away from me and I always end up on my face. But my doctor seems to feel that I'm not bad enough for a wheelchair yet, even though it would give me back a good bit of my life. Because, yeah, someone's going to have to be the brave one and push me around at conventions and things, but I'd still be able to go and enjoy them. Instead of going and walking for 20, 30 minutes or so until I reach my limit. Hopefully don't go over my limit, which is a bad habit of mine. And then sit in a chair and watch them walk around and have a great time. Wishing I could be with them. And looking at all the cosplayers and stuff and silently judging their costumes. Which, everybody does it. Everybody does it. But you see some really cool stuff anyway. It just, that upset me and bothered me. That was how I looked at it. And okay, yeah, I could have taken a more positive perspective. I'm not a positive person, okay? If there is ever a question, I am not Miss Positivity. If the glass is half full, I'll drink it for you. How about that? If it's poison, it's poison. If it's water, it's water. Boy, as far as the half full, half empty thing, I don't do well. I'm not Miss Optimism. It's not me. It's not at all. I'm not an optimistic person. I do tend to lean towards the more pessimistic person, but a good bit of the time I do tend to be very realistic about things. And I have to say thank you to the people who have stuck by me, because there have been a lot of people that I've called friend that haven't. And to the people that have, I thank you so much for being there, for making time for me, for listening to me rant and rave, even if it's the same stuff over and over and over again. They still listen to me. They still, they may, yeah, sure, yeah, whatever, yeah, but they still let me. And you know, I have had family that has been very supportive in their own interesting varieties. I've had Shiny Dragonite, who has been amazing. Okay. Who has been absolutely amazing. Even though most people would have ran. You know, finding out that the person that you are dating has a degenerative disease like that, a lot of people would have, okay, I'm out. And he hasn't. And he puts up with me. And thanks to the MS, I have some really horrible mood swings sometimes. And I hate it. I always end up apologizing profusely. And most of the time, I genuinely can't help it. But he's put up with me. He's picked me up off the floor when I've fallen. He's held me when I've cried. He's been as supportive as I've let him. Even though I'm not always 100% honest about my symptoms and how I'm feeling and what's going on. He's still been really supportive. Like I said, his mother has been really amazing. And she'll ask about me when she knows I've been having problems, and shown concern, even though she hasn't had to. And I'm very grateful for that. I really am. I'm very grateful for that. And my children, I'm very grateful for them. I am amazingly grateful for them, because D is old enough, you know, Pikachu over there is old enough that he kind of understands what's going on. But Pichu doesn't. And Pikachu has done amazing in helping pick up so much of the slack, and helping with his little brother, and laundry, and house cleaning, and doing the things that I can't when I can't. And I try to do it when I can, but you know, that's few and far between. But he's done amazing at picking up the slack, and I am so grateful and thankful that I have a 13, almost 14-year-old who is that kind and that supportive, which gives me great hope for his future wife or husband, whatever he decides. I don't care. His definition is, I'm just not interested yet, which is fine. It's fine. I don't care. Whatever. I'll be happy. I'll still love him. I'll still care about him. As long as I get grandchildren one day, I'm fine. Which is exactly what I told him. But the fact that he has been as supportive and as caring and looks after me when, the big Dragonite is not around, and he helps so much with his little brother, and his little brother worships the ground he walks on, quite literally. Tries to be him, which gets his little butt in a lot of trouble. But I have been blessed with amazing children, because the little one, though he doesn't understand, we still have snuggle times and movie nights, because my legs tend to hurt so bad that I spend a lot of my time laying in my bed, and we've just made my bed the go-to area. We just all pile up in my bed and watch movies and eat chicken salad sliders. And, I still try to do things even if I can't get out of bed. And the boys, though they may not always understand, because I don't always tell them,
believe me. Wyatt may drive me up the wall, but I do pick up a lot of the slack, and Wyatt may he drives me up the wall, but I love him. My little brother.
As far as we know, he's your only brother. Wyatt has 2 other older siblings that he's met twice, 3 times, maybe 4. They live up in some Yankeeville, Iowa, I think. I'm not 100, don't quote me on that. But I thank you very much, Deacon. I thank you very much for everything that you do and all the help that you give and all the crap that you take and all the work that you end up doing. I thank you. And I can't tell you enough how proud and honored that I am of you. I'm proud of you all the time, no matter what, which is something I always wanted to hear when I was a kid, but really never really heard. I always heard, but you could have, but your grades could be better. That's a 94. You could have a 97. I'm proud that you did well. And so I always try to tell him I'm proud of him. Whether it's, I'm proud of you for mowing the lawn. I'm proud of you for doing the dishes. I'm proud of you for taking a shower today. I try to tell him I'm proud of him. And I may not always tell him enough. But I am always proud of you. And I'm honored that you are my son. And I'm honored that you are as caring and considerate and loving as you are.
Though sometimes it may drive a lot of people crazy.
Well, yeah, that's anybody. That's anybody. Look at our family. Our family has a track record for being able to drive people crazy. I mean, I have to take a Xanax just to go to family dinner just to be on the safe side. But I couldn't ask for better children. I couldn't ask for a better significant other. And, you know, the friends that I do have, whether I only get to talk to them on the phone, because I have one really good friend that she's in Colorado. We reconnected actually before my diagnosis over a tragedy that happened. We reconnected and we picked up right where we left off. We grew up together. We were best friends as kids, and we picked up right where we left off. And she's been an amazing blessing to me. I've got my cousin Grace that I try not to heap very much on her, because that poor girl, she's got enough. But she does at least message me from time to time, you know, hey, I love you. And, you know, I've got a couple of other friends. We got Chatty Poo, Chatty Bear, the Chad, as he says, that every so often he carves out some time in his schedule. And though we don't get to Pokemon together, which I really wish we did, because he does play Pokemon, I really wish we could manage to do it, but he tends to have to work, and he's a busy little beaver. But he does every so often make some time to, you know, come and visit, play cards with me, or, you know, something like that. You know, he always gets pizza. He always brings pizza, and
Pizza!
You know, he'll hang around for, you know, till about 11 o'clock midnight, and then he's like, okay, I'm out, see you later, bye Chad. You know, and I have a couple of other friends here and there. I don't have nearly the amount of friends or people around that I used to, which does bother me. It does get to me, because it makes me wonder if they don't want to be around me because they think I'm contagious, or if it's just I'm a horrible person. I mean, I can't really figure that one out. I'm not quite sure on that one, because that can be very difficult. I do have a very good set of friends that they live in Bossier. They used to live in Ruston. They live in Bossier now, and like they're coming to visit tomorrow. So we got all this Pokemoning today. And then Mardi Gras parade in Monroe tonight. Woohoo! And then they're gonna come and visit me tomorrow. So I mean, I've got a really busy weekend, and usually I would be really just kind of oh my god. But I am looking forward to it. My friends that I've got in Bossier, I know I can message and be like, I'm having a bad day. And they'll call me and talk to me. Let me just rant and rave and scream and holler and sob and cry all I want. And that's important too. And so, anyway, the whole point of this long rant, I'm so sorry this video is going to end up being as long as it is. I'm going to call it quits here in just a minute. Is I'm doing this channel for me. When it boils down to it, yes, I'm doing it for something for y'all to watch, but I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it as my way of showing myself. Because I go back and watch these videos after they've been on YouTube. I'll go back and like watch episode 2 or watch episode 6 or whatever and laugh usually. I'm doing it for me, to show me that I am still living. I am still doing something that I really love and enjoy doing. And we are doing it as a family. Our weird, dysfunctional, odd little family unit. We do it as a family. And to me, that makes it worth it. And, you know, even if we meet up with groups of other Pokemoners from the Discord and stuff like that, we still have the 4 of us. At the end of the day, we've got the 4 of us. And okay, so we may not win a 4-star raid, and we definitely ain't winning a 5-star raid. Don't even try that. But we've got us. And that's better than nothing. And sometimes the biggest reminder I can have in going through what I'm going through is that I've still got them. Even when I feel like I don't. So anyway, that was my recap. And now that I have ranted and raved and gone off tangent a lot, and this video is like already freakishly long. It's like, it says it's like 47 minutes. I'm actually okay with having a really long video just because I wanted to say that. And though I rehearsed it several times throughout the night and knew I was going to forget what I wanted to say, I did manage to say what I wanted to say. So, anyway, I'm going to let y'all go for right now, and then once we end up meeting up with other people and start doing raids, I will queue you guys back up so you can see our raids, and hopefully see one of us manage to get a shiny Lickitung. So, like, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and we'll catch you on the flip side. There's the big one. There's Pikachu back there. Pichu is gone. Once the head is down, he's just gone. So anyway, we'll be back here soon. Okay, so we're back. It's actually later than they said it was gonna be, but that's okay, because this Lickitung raid day, which you get 5 free raid passes today. Lickitung. I'm sorry. Thank you. You end up getting 5 free raid passes for today to do these raids, so we don't even have to do like use our special passes. We finally got some people to do it with. We've already got. We just got into.
That's a shiny Machamp.
Mhm.
I want one of those.
I want a better one than this one.
Badass. That looks like a.
It looks like the Hulk.
Looks like a breed between the Hulk and what's it? The 4-armed dude off Mortal Kombat.
I'll think of it in a minute. I know who you're talking about. Not Kino, but
his name's on the tip of my tongue.
I'll think about it in a minute.
We got it.
Already. So yeah, we actually managed. I didn't even lose a Pokemon.
You good back there, dude?
Almost did, but.
Good deal.
So yeah, we got our first one down. We end up with 5 free raid passes. So I mean, that's gonna be awesome.
Rare candies.
I got 4 rare candies.
Not shiny.
You jerk! Look.
No way!
Check this out.
Oh my.
First one, he got a shiny. I am jelly.
Look, she got a shiny.
I'm a jelly donut, and now we're gonna have to keep rating until I get one.
I didn't want to say. You heard I didn't say nothing about no shiny. I felt it.
Which is so odd for you, because usually the first thing you do with any Pokemon is, oh look, I got a shiny, even if it's not a shiny, possible to be a shiny.
Yeah.
I should have known.
Oh my god, I hadn't been able to hit it with one ball yet.
Which, shinies are an automatic catch.
If I can not waste all my damn balls.
That would be great. I'm wishing
There
you
we go.
luck.
I just got it.
I don't really care if I catch these or not.
Yeah, not if they're not shining.
I mean, even though they do, these actually do have a special move. He got the shiny Lickitung. First one. I'm so jelly. They do have the special move right now, Body Slam, which is supposed to be really good for PvP. That's so cool, baby.
And I have a Sonoa Stone to evolve it when I get enough candies.
Hey,
That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. High five.
Yay.
So, yeah. Well,
First
that
rate of the day
starts
is success.
that off.
First rate of the day, success.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Huh?
All right.
Thank you. Mini pot. He's been Mr. Pouty Face, headache, don't feely goody, and I mean that would have, like, I don't care if I had a headache or not, I'd be over the moon with the fact that I got a shiny. Okay, I'm over the moon anytime I get a shiny, unless it's community day, in which case then I'm over the moon the first time, and then after that it's just, these are for trading purposes. And the higher CP is the one I'm going to evolve all the way. But no, he got a shiny first one. I don't even know what to think about that. I don't even know what to say about that. Like,
Wait till I catch a shiny love this.
I know I have to say something because I'm looking at you guys and I'm supposed to say something, but I don't even know what to say. I am agog. Or I'll go Midsummer's Night's Dream on you. I am confused and know not what to say. The shiny Dragonite got a shiny Lickitung. Deacon, why don't you tell us a little something about Lickitungs?
Well, apparently, Lickitungs have a very distinct taste with smell. Sense of taste. Like, if it likes something and it likes it, it can remember it forever. It can tell between sweet and sour in an instant it licks.
They showed that on Pokemon Sun and Moon when the guy's Lickitung went through the berries and picked out the sweet ones from the sour ones.
Mm-hmm. And also, from Pokedex entries, it appears that if you get licked by a Lickitung, you have to clean yourself up immediately, or else you get a rash.
They have really, really big tongues. Like, I'm thinking it's kind of like a chameleon almost, that they have it just kind of like all compacted in there. It's just kind of all rolled, so they have to unfurl their tongue in order to actually say Lickitung at you.
Oh, and also, it appears that its tongue is longer than its body.
Wow, that's an interesting tidbit. Go figure. They're the Gene Simmons of the Pokemon world.
Hey, but they're not nature's vacuum cleaners in the Pokemon world.
And they usually
jumped.
they did jump D.
On it.
They do seem to, like, in the Pokemon series, is that right? In the Pokemon series, they do tend to seem to have a very jovial disposition most of the time. They do seem to be pretty much like a happy-go-lucky kind of Pokemon. Because isn't it if they feel like you're sad or upset or something, they lick you? In like, sometimes they're lick emotion based.
Sometimes.
Well, I imagine that's any creature, honestly. If you're sad and upset, a dog has a nasty habit of licking you. They want to lick you more when you're like that.
Well, you gotta think when you're sitting still because you're sad and then the dog comes up and licks you, that's because you're still enough and smell good that the dog wants to taste you. Like a rock.
I don't like being tasted by dogs. It's not my thing.
Well,
I'm not a fan.
Well, you wouldn't enjoy being licked by a Lickitung.
No, I wouldn't want the rash from its saliva. They do seem to be pretty interesting Pokemon. That's one thing I will say about Pokemon that I've actually really enjoyed, whether it's playing them or watching the different series or even Pokemon Go, is seeing all the different kinds of Pokemon. And like, there's a Pokemon for almost everything. Like, literally, almost everything. Here we go. We're in our second raid now. We're in our second raid. I forgot to heal.
Oh, man.
Oh, and they also have a Pokemon for God.
Arceus?
Yes.
The creator of all Pokemon?
Yes.
Well, they had to start somewhere.
This Salamence is holding up pretty good. The shiny Salamence is holding up pretty good against it.
Mine is too. Isn't that funny? We both have shiny Salamence that we're battling with. That's really kind of cool, actually.
I have a normal Salamence.
I think Deacon's gonna get the shiny.
I find Pokemon very fascinating. I think it would actually be really kind of cool if Pokemon were actually a real thing.
Ooh, 4 rare candies.
2 rare candies. Because I really think it would be really kind of cool. And the sad thing is I don't think I could pick a Pokemon to be my buddy all the time.
Not just one of them. I'd have to, like...
Mine's regular.
I'd have to change them out like shoes.
I would too. This Pokemon goes with this outfit, and this Pokemon goes with this outfit.
With my mood. It's like music.
This Pokemon goes with this, and this is the Pokemon to take hiking, and... Yeah, but I would feel really bad about that, because that means that I wouldn't really spend a whole lot of time with just one. I wouldn't have that bond that Pikachu and Ash have.
That inseparable bond. Yeah.
You know, I would want that kind of bond with my Pokemon, because those two, it's amazing watching the different series and seeing the bond between those two.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter where he goes, what he does, what happens, Pikachu comes first. You don't hurt my Pikachu. And Pikachu feels that way about Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Ash died like a couple times. Literally.
Well,
you should check out how many times he died.
I got it.
We're not going to hold that against him.
Yeah, no, because most of the mythicals he keeps usually cheat. Like Victini and Manaphy.
Those jerks. And
like,
like
probably even Celebi.
They do actually have they actually do have quite a few of the Pokemon the different Pokemon series on Netflix to watch. So, you know, check that out.
And there is one movie on there that you get to see Ash die, but get reborn.
That's where we actually get to see how Ash and Pikachu got together in the first place, right?
Yeah, but it's not like tied into the series.
I really like seeing that, because I always wondered, you know, because you know, most people that know about Pokemon, it's always Ash and Pikachu. Like, they go together like peanut butter and jelly, and
like peas and carrots.
Peas and carrots, and, you know, me and mocha frappuccinos. But, you know, it was really kind of cool to see how they got together, considering they had such a rocky start. I mean, it started out really, really bad, and then turned really, really awesome.
I mean, during their first night, when they got attacked by Spearow, Ash would sacrifice his life for his Pokemon. That's
even though Pikachu didn't like him. Like, Pikachu didn't want to be his buddy.
Pikachu was very ornery from the start.
It wasn't really until Ash was willing to sacrifice his life for Pikachu against the Spearows that he really opened up.
This is wild.
So, check those out. It's really kind of cool. We're a big fan of watching Sun and Moon. We've seen it 15 billion times. And the surprising thing is you wouldn't think it would be a show that you could watch a billion times, other than, little kids' desperate need to watch things over and over again. But every time you watch it, you really catch something different. You catch different details and cool different things. So, I mean, that's a really cool thing. The guy who invented Pokemon, I read a thing on him the other day. The guy that invented Pokemon like 20 years or so ago, he's actually autistic.
Huh.
He's severely autistic. And he did Pokemon because he liked to collect bugs.
Huh.
He had a thing for collecting bugs. And so he ended up starting Pokemon. And I thank him greatly because it has brought me so many hours and years worth of happiness and joy. Even, if it was a Game Boy Color. Oh my God, I'm old. But, I'm so glad they did Pokemon Go. And the thing about Pokemon Go is it is going to be a never-ending thing.
It'll keep going just as long as the Pokemon franchise keeps going.
I'm not even sure about that. They can always continue adding more and more Pokemon from different areas, from the different games. I mean, there's a lot of games at this point. They've run through the entire spectrum of gemstones even.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of different regions. They can add all sorts of different Pokemon.
Don't forget, in the first series, you actually get to see Ash witness Ho-Oh.
It was a sign of good fortune, right?
Yes.
He ended up with the rainbow feather that guides you to Ho-Oh. Right?
But that was in the movie. In the series, though, he didn't get the feather, but he witnessed it. And he told it to Professor Oak, and he didn't believe him.
I'm sorry, I got mixed up. I do that. MS brain. It happens a lot. Things end up bleeding together a lot.
Hey, that's why you got me. I'm a walking Pokedex.
Which is handy. Sometimes.
Me.
Looks like our Pichu has awoken from his short cat nap. He's very meepy lately. Which is really funny because I don't honestly think they have seen the meeps on the Muppets.
The only thing I remember about meeping is Roadrunner.
There was actually a species on the show.
Jump.
Awesome. It didn't look like it. Oh, there we go. We've got 5 now. There was actually a Muppet on the show The Muppets with Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy and Fonzie in them that he meeped.
Gora?
I can't remember his name. I just remember he meeped. And he worked in a lab.
I'm talking about the four-armed dude from Mortal Kombat.
That sounds right. Gora?
Hey, Google.
But, yeah, he meeped. And he wore a lab coat, and he worked
Google.
in a lab. That's all I remember about it. I really wasn't a fan when I was a kid. I was too busy watching other things. We got 62 seconds until the next raid starts. That was my excited face, in case you needed to know. I don't use it very often. Because I'm really... these are the kind of days I really find really kind of cool. Gora, yeah, you were right.
I told you it was on the tip of my tongue and I'd get there eventually.
I knew it was there. And there's a female one, too.
Uh-huh, that's like...
In Annihilation.
Sheena, Shira, Shiba,
something like that. These are the kind of events that I really do kind of enjoy. Not because Lickitung was released a long time ago, but because we as a Pokemon community.
Don't forget to revive.
Thank you for telling me. We as a Pokemon community end up coming together. I already did. Awesome.
Revive and heal.
And work together for a common goal of helping everybody else do the raid. And I really like that. I like the fact that there is some kind of camaraderie. I'm really kind of happy that we live in an area that we can have that camaraderie. It's not far from us. We don't have to go far for it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not just like right down the road, but it is.
We do. We got Pokestops and gyms right around the corner.
I meant
Pokemons pop up at our house now.
I meant the people.
True.
You know, about 10 minutes away from the house, and we can be around other Pokemon people and make awesome trades with people and
we probably could have
talking,
we
laughing,
probably
joking. We could probably what? I'm sorry.
have done these Lickitung raids with just the 3 of us.
We probably could, but
I was just saying.
I would rather not risk it.
Not shiny.
Not shiny.
No, it's not.
Might as well catch it. I need the candies
That's
anyway.
3.
Yeah, I'm silver pineapple berrying it.
Me.
I'm just throwing balls at it. I really don't even care.
You need the candies.
I don't need the candies.
I need the candies.
I can't give you the candies.
I know.
That's one thing I kind of wish we could do is trade items.
I bet they're gonna
Do that sooner or
incorporate
later.
that into the game.
You know, I caught it anyway.
They're starting to incorporate everything else we've been talking about.
Yeah. They've got some awesome, interesting PvP situation going on.
And it does
I've been kinda
include Team
impressed.
Rocket.
I've been kind of impressed with the upgrades and the improvements.
And I honestly think that the upgrades and improvements and stuff, I don't think they're going to slow down anytime soon. I really don't.
I'm glad they added Team Rocket. I'm kind of glad they added Team Rocket.
I can't. Where to next? Hell, gotcha. Thank you. You know, for the first year or so, though I love playing Pokemon and I enjoyed the time that I spent with my friend Jess, and
Don't forget to hit that spin so you can get the raid pass.
I just did.
I'm
And
talking to both of y'all.
oh, thank you for reminding us. I appreciate it. You know, the time that we spent and the exercise and everything else. You know, we really enjoyed that, but
Hell is the gymnasium. The gymnasium.
the one where your phone died,
Okay.
it really did kind of get monotonous and boring because they weren't really releasing a whole lot of Pokemon, and you could only really get your hands on, you know, this one, and this one instead of, you know, whatever. So, you know, I'm really glad that they've kind of morphed from what they were into how they are now. And though you can still only catch like certain kind of Pokemon, like we actually did manage to catch an Odino, which is one that is just been released because of the Valentine's Day event. There's another one, the Alola
Can
Mora.
they be shiny?
Alola
No.
Mola.
No,
The Alola Mola.
which is a fish. She's a really pretty kind of fish.
And
But
we see her in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
it's going to be very hard for us
To find one.
to find them. And they actually said that, like, the Odino and pronounce that one again, Deacon,
Alola Mola.
are rare. So you're really going to have to, like,
Get lucky.
get lucky. And I haven't seen a single Chansey. Chanseys are supposed to be shiny right now, and I have
caught
not.
one the other day, but
I have not seen a single one in our driving. So anyway, I'm gonna leave y'all in the car for this raid, just to be nice because
Okay.
we're already at 21 minutes.
I hope you go.
So I'm gonna let y'all go for the moment, and then I will recap y'all
get a cigarette.
as we go. Okay, so we're back, guys. we actually ended up raiding with some pretty cool cats. We really kind of had a great time talking. The boys had an absolute blast, which luckily 2 of them are like childhood education majors, which is not specific to either one. But so they were fine with the boys. They talked and laughed and joked and
we got to show them our shinies.
okay. We showed them our shinies and they showed us theirs, and we made them feel kind of small considering how our Pokédexes are, because you know we're beasts. But we ended up doing 6 Lickitung raids. So we used our 5 free passes and then 1 of our extra premium passes. That's the word I was looking for. And Bradley, the jerk, got 2 shiny Lickitungs. I am so jelly. I don't even know what to do with myself. I didn't get one. And
I didn't get one.
Neither.
I got 4 out of 6.
Neither did Deacon. And I'm so jelly. I'm gonna have to like think up something really awesome to try to convince him to trade with me.
Give him.
Which my face is red.
It's because you've been running around.
But it is like almost 5 o'clock right now. We actually, surprisingly enough, we did get out of the car some here and there, and like I said, we did end up having wonderful conversation. We had a great time talking to these people. I'm really kind of hoping that we can like try to get together with them and like Pokemon with them more, or you know, whatever. Probably never hear from them again though.
Wait to meet them again.
Just that's just how it works out sometimes. But we did. I had a lot more fun than I thought I was gonna have. I thought it was just gonna be one of these, you know, we ride to the different places and we do the raids, and though I like getting all the Stardust and stuff from the raids, which is really good because I'm trying to get to level 40, which once you hit level 35, it takes forever. But
34 is taking forever.
yeah, he's at 34 and it's taking forever. But actually had a bit more fun than I expected. And you know, I know we've got this weekend is just action packed, and this was like one of the first things on the agenda for this weekend. And I know Bradley, he's hurting pretty good with a broken foot and leg, my bad. He's been fighting headache and you know this, that, and the other. So he's been kind of as opposed to it's usually So that's been really kind of it really kind of
dampers.
Yeah, it kind of dampers the whole mood and everything. But we're getting ready. We're gonna run by the house real quick and have a pee break and get whatever we need from the house real quick, and then we're gonna head on to the Monroe Mardi Gras parade and meet up with a couple of friends that I haven't seen in 50 forevers, and then go home and just chillax for a while after that, because we're both gonna need it after that. But all in all, other than the fact that Bradley's the only one that got shiny Lickitungs.
I can give you one. I just won't have one of both.
Yeah, but I really want to catch my own. But anyway, we actually ended up having a lot of fun being able to talk and goof around with some other Pokemon people, which we really haven't raided with them before.
I got told them something.
Well, we raided with a couple of them individually in different groups.
He's been running around while we were talking.
We've raided with a couple of them individually in different groups.
Yeah, but never really together. We just kind of like busted up on them at one one of the raids that I didn't video, and we're like, okay, you're our raid group for now.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, sure, fine, let's do it. And it was really kind of cool. And that's one of the things I really do kind of love about this game, and the fact that there's more people playing, and we got the Discord, which means we can coordinate things a bit better to get and do raids and things like that we need. And it's really kind of awesome that we all just kind of come together. And to me, that's what it's supposed to be about. We're supposed to come together to help each other. And it's more fun that way. Pokemon Go, take it from me, Pokemon Go is no fun really to play by yourself. Unless you're just like into egg hatching, and then yeah, it's not that bad to be by yourself. But actually playing, doing raids and stuff like that, it's really no fun by yourself. It's a lot more fun when you have somebody else to laugh and joke and, you know, stuff with. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go because this video is like extra super duper long. I am so sorry for that. I did manage to say some things that I really did want to say, and felt that I should say. And I really did want to do a recap for the people that, if you're just coming into our channel, which this is episode 17, which no judgments, I've done it, no judgments, that you know, you kind of have a better idea why we do how we do. So anyway, I do not own the rights to the song playing in the background, by the way.
You heard what I just said, right?
I tend to like to prefer to have actual Pokemon music, but that's just me. But, you know, he's in a music-y mood, and I can't blame him. You know, we're all trying to get in the mood for the Mardi Gras parade anyway. So
get back in my Pokemon, that's what's taking so long.
Yeah, he got kicked out apparently. But so yeah, we're signing off for right now. Hopefully we'll be able to do another video soon. I know there's quite a few more events going on. The Valentine's Day event ends tomorrow, I believe. I want to say, but don't quote me on that one. Look it up for yourself. So anyway, let's sign off.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Like and subscribe to us. Keep up with us. You know, whether you're friends, whether you're family, whether you're whoever else, keep up with us.
And leave comments.
Leave comments. If you can think of a good nickname for us, please let me know. I really would like to have kind of a good name for us. Not like Team Mystic or, you know, any of that, but, you know, like just a little crew name for us. I'd really like that. So if y'all can think of one, please put it in the comments for me. I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, we'll talk to you later. We've got a lot to do. Bye, guys.